Hello, Valentine. So my name is George Green, and today I would like to organize your first running of your speaking skills, which means that you are supposed to show off your speaking skills answering my questions, okay? So if you happen not to understand any of my questions, so let me know about it. I will either paraphrase the question or repeat it, okay? So
Okay, George.
I expected to show off your speaking skills. Please, um, when you are answering my questions, or better say, when you're answering another question of mine, please try to think out a better way of translating your thoughts to me, okay? You should think about the vocabulary side of the matter, the grammatical side of the matter as well. In other words, which constructions, grammatical structures um, you can include into your answer to show me that you know how English works, okay? As for the vocabulary side, I wanted to put in phrasal verbs and idioms and standard collocations which are normally used in this or that context. All right.
All right.
Yeah, and I just wanted to understand that when the class is over, uh, well, I will upload this recording into my YouTube channel so that my other students could enjoy watching you, the way how you speak English. For that reason, please accumulate all your knowledge, okay? All the things you have learned so far to impress not only me, but somebody else who happens to be around to listen to you speaking English. Please smile, Valentine, okay? Smile. Oh, my dear.
Okay.
Oh, I like to make surprises for people, right? Are you happy, Valentine?
I-
Are you happy now? Okay, are you
I'm not.
enthusiastic?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Why are you not sure? What's wrong?
Mm, because I feel some kind of fear.
Oh, don't do that. Don't, absolutely. There is no reason to be feeling this way. I will tell you why, because it is another routine work of my students, because I now and then I organize such runnings when I fire at my students with questions and they are supposed to answer them confidently and using a lot of good grammar, high-level grammar, grammatical structures and vocabulary units. So everything's fine. Yeah, you may feel maybe not comfortable because you haven't been warned about that. Okay, in other
Mm.
words, you have been taken by surprise, right? But it doesn't matter anything, absolutely. So just all you need to do, I'm sorry, all you need to do is just to show his business skills. Okay, that's been a kind of short introduction. Uh, so Valentine, are you ready?
I've got down to the lesson.
Actually, we have got down to lesson. I'm asking you,
I.
ready
I've got.
to start the examination of your speaking skills. Are you ready?
I'm ready to start the examination.
I guess I am. Okay. So, Valentine, have you got, or maybe you had, any nicknames?
Well, actually, my close friends or my relatives never named me any other way except of Vala or Valusha, Valentina, and I think that it is not my case.
So, in other words, you want to say you want to make the point that you have never had any kind of nicknames. Okay,
Yes, it is so.
okay. So, my next question is, how do you like your name?
Mm, in fact, to be honest, previously I didn't like my name at all because I found it rather long and not very beautiful. But some years later, I have understood that my name is really wonderful, and I knew that it was my grandmother's name. So now I'm proud. I'm proud of it.
Okay, okay, I got it. So my next question is the following. What's the most common female name in your country? The most common
Frankly
female
speaking,
name.
mm, um, I would like to underline that I don't know exactly what is the most common name, but I may suppose that such names as Masha, Alona, and Sasha are widely common, especially in the Far East region, because I met a lot of girls with such names.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got it. Thank you. So, my next question is the following. Um, what were the best years of your life? I know that you were relatively young. You were about 20 years old, right? Um, and the question is, what were the best years of your life? Or if you don't want to answer this question, I can paraphrase this question. You may answer the following question: what were the worst years of your life? And of course, why? You can answer either of these two questions.
Mm,
Did you
I
understand the
would like
question,
to
Valentine?
mention. Yes, I have understand.
You
I
have
have
understood?
understood. I have understood.
Okay.
Uh, mm, I would like to mention that the best year of my life was when I finished school and felt some kind of independence. Also, that year I entered the university, which I was crazy about.
Mm,
Um, so I uh, came across a lot of uh, people who I really love now, and I have found the 2022 as the best year of my life.
okay. I've got a picture. Thank you. So, Valentine, can I call it this name or this way, Valentine? Is it all right with you?
Yes, it's okay.
Thank you. So, what are your short-term goals?
Mm. Firstly, I want to graduate from the university and pass my exams with flying colors.
Mm-hmm.
I also um, uh, wish to find a successful job which I can realize in, and maybe um, uh, to create my own family in the not in the nearest, but some years later.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the nearest future, but some years later.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, my next question is the following. Um, mhm. What personal factors do you consider most important in evaluating yourself or your success? Shall I repeat the question?
No, we shouldn't.
Okay.
I would like to dwell on this a bit more because I find this question really essential. I think that concentration is one of the most important quality I need to have to achieve some kind of success, and also I need to work a lot to solve different problems which points появляться, which appears, appear problems which appear during my way, and to be ready to deal with them.
Okay. Okay. Hold on a second, please. Okay. Thank you. So, how would you feel if you failed to achieve any of your goals? For example, one of your goals are, as you said, not short-term goals, but a bit later, you are planning to have your own family, right? And I guess that you are saying this because you have come across your Mr. Right. I mean to say that you have a boyfriend who you are in love with, okay? And how would you feel if finally, in the long run, you wouldn't be able to be happy with that person? With maybe you wouldn't be able to make him be your family partner, maybe, etc. You can tell me not about this particular goal, but any other, because the general question is the following: how would you feel if one of your goals wouldn't come true?
Firstly, I want to say that of course, I will disappoint about this situation.
Excuse me, can you repeat it, please?
I will feel disappointment. I will feel disappointment about this situation. But it is not the end of the life. And there is a good phrase such as alive, and we need to live further. So I just will make some new goals in the long run. I will try to achieve.
Okay, frankly speaking, I haven't got you entirely 100%. Okay, thank you. Now, could you describe me the most significant success that you had in the last 2 years? The most important, significant success?
In the beginning, I have finished my school and have passed my exams with flying colors. So then I have entered the university which I prefer. I also came across. I also have come across with wonderful people. with wonderful people, and now we always support each other, have a good time together, and I hope that those people were the present of fortune for me.
So are or were? I didn't get you right.
Those people are.
Okay. Thank you, Valentine. So that's been the first part of my questions for you, okay? And now let's check the quality of your answers. Ready?
Ready.
Thank you. In the beginning, I want to say that on the whole, you managed to answer nearly all of my questions, which I have prepared for you, okay? It's a good sign. It's a positive moment about your answers. Another positive thing is that now and then you could demonstrate your understanding, deep understanding how English works, because you could use some advanced grammatical structures such as the present perfect tense, for example. Also, you demonstrated that you can pick up advanced vocabulary collocations units to translate the thoughts when answering my questions. It was okay. But on the whole, your speaking pace was pretty low. In other words, you were answering these questions slowly, which means that in real examination practice, so you couldn't uh, answer a lot of questions. For that reason, you couldn't have got a high score for your answers um, because of the low speaking pace. What I mean to say is that you should work on speaking faster, a bit faster, okay? I understand perfectly well what is behind your relatively low speaking pace. It's because you are thinking over what to say next. It's okay, because it usually takes a lot of time, and it's a good speaking practice, but it's okay before you take the examination. But when you are speaking to an IELTS examiner, you should speak a bit faster, okay? A bit faster. Okay. Now, I also would like to dwell on the mistakes you made while answering my questions. In the beginning, I want to dwell on the word actually. Remember that the word actually is used when you want to emphasize that your point of view is opposite to your opponent's one. For example, somebody may say, "Oh, I think that um, what was his name? Tahir, yeah. I think that Tahir is a stupid guy." And here and that you can say, "Oh, actually, he isn't." Do you understand when the word actually is used? Okay. Then you said um, years later years later I understood. First of all, not understood, but came to realize. It's much better to say. Uh, and not later. Some years, actually you can say later, okay. But instead of the word understood, you could have said, I came to realize. It refers to the Russian expression "я осознала," if I'm not mistaken, "я осознала." Then you could, frankly speaking, your first answers were not interesting to listen to because they contained nearly nothing about you. They didn't reveal anything about your personality. In other words, you failed to show me your personality, the best part of your personality. And answering the question related to your first name, you could have said like this: "Oh, maybe in the beginning I didn't like my first name because by many people it considered to be rather obsolete." You know the word obsolete? Old-fashioned, obsolete, obsolete, old-fashioned. However, once I happened to hear a German rock star performance, which is known in the world as as Rammstein, and their performance of the word, they hit "Let Me Be Your Valentine." And it came to me that actually I have a wonderful, amazing first name. And since then, I have been feeling all right about my first name. You see, what did I do? I added something personal, but you didn't. Okay, then, when you are making another assumption, you can and should use, for example, the following phrasal, the following leading phrase. I may suppose that, for example, I may suppose that. Then, um, when I asked you the question about the most common names in your country, you could have used the word widespread. For example, you wanted to say that Sasha, Masha, Dasha, etc., are the most widespread female names in my country. You could have said, but you didn't use the word widespread. Then you said, I met a lot of girls with such names. Instead of met, you could have used the phrase word have come across. But thanks God, later you used this phrasal verb finally. But at the end, you made a mistake saying come across with, you said. But before that, when you used come across, you didn't use with. Then uh, I would like to mention, you repeated this phrase more than once, and it's not a good thing to do. Then let me take a look at my writing. So I will, yeah, you said I was crazy about the university. To my question about your goals, which came true, you said that you entered university you were crazy about, right? But I believe that you had been crazy about the university before you managed to enter the university, right? Before. We've got two actions, both in the past, and one of them happened earlier than the other. You had been crazy about the university, which you finally managed to enter. I mean to say that you could have used and should have used the past perfect tense, saying, oh, I had been crazy about the university, which I finally managed to enter. Then you said, find a successful job. Excuse me. How can a job be successful? A job can be not successful, but prestigious, right? And okay, good job, prestigious job. Okay, interesting job, but not successful. And instead of find a job, you could have used the expression land a job. I finally managed to land a prestigious job, right? Then I liked that you used the expression dwell on. You said, oh, I would like to dwell on this a bit longer. It's okay. Instead of the word essential, use the word, instead of the word important, to use the word essential. It's another positive moment about the vocabulary side of your answer. But then you said, one of the most important or essential quality, excuse me, one of, it means that you are choosing from a variety of qualities. For that reason, you should have said one of the most important qualities, not quality. Are you following me? Okay. Then I don't understand the reason of your not using the words, such words as industrious and diligent, for example. Though you covered these words, I know that for sure, because to my answer, what you need to do, what kind of traits of nature you need to reach your goals, you said, oh, I must be very, what did you say? Um, hardworking, you said, if I'm not mistaken, you said I must be hardworking. But hardworking is not a very high level word. Instead, you could have used industrious, right? Industrious, diligent. Then problems which appear. It's a very, very stupid expression. Problems which appear. Somebody can appear on the horizon, yes. Or something can appear, something you can see. But when we talk about problems, I told you about that. Whenever we talk about having problems, we use the expression come up against a problem or face up to a problem. Didn't I? Definitely I did. Then you said, I feel disappointment. Excuse me. This phrase gives away that you are a Russian speaker because it's a typical, if we translate this into Russian, so that would be a typical Russian expression. But in English, we say to be or feel disappointed, but not disappointment. Then you said, oh, it's not the end of the life. Excuse me. Again, a typical Russian expression. In English, we say it's not the end of the world. And you did hear me say this phrase not once. Right? Valentine?
Right. Yes, it's right.
And finally, you just imagine a large cake, okay? A large cake. A large birthday cake. Happy birthday to you. Yes, and a large, very nice cake. And then you know what you did? Just imagine this large birthday cake. You put this cake down on the floor, and I'm sorry for the details. Then you sit down and start to crack down on the oh my god, crap. You know what crap? It's a very bad word. You start to crack down the cake, and this brown colored stuff with very bad smell is dropping down upon the cake, and the apex of this crab is you're saying come across with. Oh my god, we never say come across with, we say come across somebody. Okay, thank you very much. That's been the first part of your speaking exam trial. I hope that everything will be all right. Okay, I'm trying to do something to stop. Are you here with me, Valentine?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, but one second. Oh gosh. Hold on a second, please. So, Valentine, welcome back, and we are going to continue our okay, let me uh, refer to as an examination of your speaking skills. My question is the following. Talk about your best friend and how long have you known him or her? Did you understand the questions?
I want to underline that I don't know my close friend for a very large for a large period of time, but on the contrary, I have found that she is the closest people expect besides my family who always can support me or give me some kind of advice. And her name is Nastya. She is a medical student, and I'm really happy that she is in my life.
Okay. So her name is Nastya, right? It's
Right.
a typical Russian female name. Okay. And how did you get acquainted with her?
Acquainted.
Yeah, acquainted. How did you get acquainted with each other? Do you know the word acquaintance?
Can you prefer?
Yeah, okay,
No,
no
I don't know.
problem. How did you meet each other? In which circumstances did you first meet each other?
Mm, it was so. In fact, it was my seventh grade when, out of the blue, a new girl came to our class, and she wasn't really gregarious, and I decided to um, start speak to start a talk, um, to start to speak with her, to start to speak to her, and we understood that we have a lot of in common, and wanted to continue our conversation. And some years later, we naturally became close friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got it. And what do you like about her as a friend? So one positive thing you have already
Mm,
mentioned is that she always backed you up. Back up means to support. Is there anything else you like about her personality maybe, which attracts you to her?
mm, so
Maybe she's
uh,
ugly. Maybe she's ugly, and for that reason, it's very convenient for you to go out with her because, in comparison with her, you become more popular with guys. Uh, Sometimes girls select other female friends of theirs on that because of that reason. What is the other reason, or maybe what are the other reasons why you believe that she's a good friend of yours?
so on the one hand, she's a, a really beautiful girl with amazing brown eyes, and she always helps me to deal to face up with problems, helps me to find solutions, and on the other hand, she's the only person I really feel um, something common mm, with soul. I don't know how to say it correct. And we usually stand out. We often stand out stand out from other our classmates because of our thoughts
Mm-hmm.
that are common.
Okay, I got it. Timon, please, is it okay? Would it be okay with you? Would it be okay with you, to make friends with somebody who is older than you, much older? As I know,
Oh,
you are 20 years old, right? You are 20 years old.
yes.
Do you think that it would be all right with you to make friends with somebody who is, let's say, 40, 40 years old?
Actually, it doesn't matter at all. It as clear as a day for me that age doesn't play any role in the communication, and in particular, I have my close friend who is a woman uh, uh, who is a woman um, 36 years old with two children, and I um, had come to realize that I uh, really uh, fond that I am really fond of her more than my other uh, surroundings, surrounding. or
Um,
my other friends. My
oh,
other friends.
and is Nastya aware of this fact? Is she aware that there
Uh,
is somebody else in your occupation whom you consider a closer friend than yourself?
mm, I I guess she knows it because we have some uh, um, some other kind of communication uh, than just the friends, where as close relatives, and I may uh, sometimes I may say that she's like a mother, not only a friend.
Okay, okay, I've got it. And my next question is the following: Have you got anybody? Have you got an English speaking friend?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any English speaking friends, especially native speaking friends. But uh, on the contrary, on the other hand, I have my uncle who lives in America, and sometimes um, he has a communication with me in English. I find it as a good practice in real life.
Mm-hmm. You want to say that while you are speaking to your relative living in the USA, you stand a great chance to practice your speaking skills, right?
Yes, and my listening skills either.
Uh, Again, please.
And my listening skills either as
Either.
well. As
Too
well.
late. Too late. Recently I have heard a very nice Russian expression, после пожара, and I'm not sure the continuation of this phrase, but somebody tried to explain the meaning of this expression to me, that после пожара что-то насос. I'm not sure about this word. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now, you're saying that you've got a relative living in the USA, right? And how often do you communicate with this person? I guess you said that it's your uncle, right?
Yes, it's my uncle.
What's your uncle's name?
Mm. I don't want to to name his if it's possible.
It is possible you can give me any other name.
If it is possible.
So you can call him
Let's Mike.
Dennis Mark. Okay. Again, what's your uncle's name?
Mike. My uncle's name is Mike.
Ah, Mike. I heard Mark. Okay, Mike, that'd be Mark. So, how often do you talk to him? How often do you get in touch with him?
Um, it depends on some kinds of reasons, such as his work or my education. Usually, we have a communication once a week on the weekend, and we try to try to connect in advance to be sure that all of us will be free in the certain moment.
Okay. I have noticed that your most favorite Russian and English word is the word moment, right? Because you always say this phrase in the moment or at the moment, and it has become your most favorite Russian and English word. Okay, thank you. So, Valentine, and which language do you speak? Do you speak when you are talking to your relative? Is it Russian, Spanish, Tajik, uh, German, French? What is the language you normally use in communication with your relative living in the USA?
Mm, well, most often we speak in Russian, especially if we discuss some kinds of serious problems. And I ask him about his point of view. But sometimes when we just have a fun talk, um, we tried to speak English during. We tried to speak English.
Okay.
So.
And whenever you come up against another linguistic problem related to the correct use of the English language, or do you get in touch with him for a word of advice? Like, for example,
Can you
Uncle Mike, please help me with this stupid language, English. I'm not following the rule. I can't understand what they want me to do in this exercise. Do you sometimes ask him for help when you have come up against another linguistic problem?
Mm,
In other words, do you consult him when you have another English language related problem?
usually, I didn't ask. I didn't ask. I don't ask him about such kinds of problems. But if I have a certain one, maybe it's a word which meaning I can't understand, or mm, or phrase that I can't translate, I may ask him um, about his help. I may ask him help me, um, uh, but no, no more than this.
Okay, I got it. And another question, okay. So, about the role of English, the role of the English language in your life, okay. Uh, I know I have come across a lot of people who say that the main reason why they started to learn a foreign language is to be able to talk about somebody in that person's presence, so that this person doesn't understand that he is being talked about. And these people say that they find it very nice to have such an opportunity, as they say, such a brilliant opportunity to be talking about somebody in that person's presence. Um, what about you? What's the main reason why you once made up your mind to start learning English? I'm a
As
good
for me,
girl.
I
I'm a very good girl. I'm not like this. I'm
as for me, I learn English not only um, for communication, but also for my future career. I I believe that nowadays uh, all people have to know this language not as some kind of benefits, but just as a, a necessity.
Oh,
Uh,
thanks God. Thanks God. Valentine. Okay, go on, please. I'm sorry. Come on.
but as a necessity. Um, so uh, if I want to say something bad about a person and don't want that he understand me, I just will do it in Korean because my close friends, all of my close friends, also know this language. It's easier to do than in English for
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hold on a second, please. Now, thank you very much for your answers, Valentine. I hope that you have noticed that I'm trying to press you a bit press you. Yeah, I'm pushing you a bit, just to stop you feeling that everything is fine about you right now. I want you to find yourself in a less, um, how to say, in a less comfort conditions, okay? Because in this case, your brain starts working fantastically better, fantastically um, uh, higher with a high production. And if you can, uh, I would say, if you can use 100% of your brain's production, in this case, you are likely to get a higher band score. That's for sure. What I mean to say is that when you are under pressure, you've got only two ways to choose from. The first one is the worst. When you when your brain stops functioning properly, it collapses and everything, and it is the end of the world. That's it. The other, or the other one is that when, on the contrary, your brain starts functioning much more productively, and it seeks the information need, it chooses the word you need much faster, and you can and it processes the information much faster. And today you are showing me that you are going, you're yeah, you have chosen the second way, and it's a good thing, which I can see about you. Oh, is it really you who are saying such words about me? I don't believe it. Yes, Valentine. Oh my God. Sometimes you make me put up some theatrical shows. Absolutely. Because you're looking at the camera of your computer so uh helplessly, like that, like Cinderella. You make me you make me behave like Cinderella's stepmother. I'm not a bitch, Valentine. And when your uncle, who you have named Mike, though he isn't Mike at all, okay, it doesn't matter. When he starts watching this video, I guess he will be laughing. Not at you, okay, not 100% at you, but at the way how you demonstrate your speaking skills, how you are showing off your speaking skills. Yeah, and in this case, shortly speaking, we can say that your speaking skills consist of several parts. The first part is through tears, tears, invisible tears rolling down your cheeks. Okay. The second one is, come on, when you show me the finger, saying, go, you know where yourself. I will survive. I will survive. I will survive. You remember this hit? This hit. Yeah, and the final one is, you see, I can do that. I can do it pretty well. Is the third part of your speaking skills development evaluation. Thank you, Valentine. I hope that you understand everything which I'm telling you. I hope you are making a very intelligent face expression now, as though you understood everything 100%. And I hope that you did understand everything correctly. I hope so. At this moment, I would like to dwell on your answers, the quality of your answers. Are you ready to listen to my criticizing your answers, Valentine?
Yes, I am.
Really? I'm not sure about that because I think that maybe, I don't know, maybe. I'm just assuming that when the class is over, you will text me. Fuck off. I hate you. You are not a good man. You are a bad linguistic instructor. You have been, uh, you have been coming down on me. with your groundless criticism, but I'm better. No, Valentine? No? Okay.
No.
So the first thing I wrote down about your answer. So I don't know. You said I don't know her for a long number of time. First of all, time is uncountable in this context. You shouldn't have said for a long number of time. For a long time, just. And then if you said for a long time, why did you use the present simple tense? You should have said, I should admit that I haven't known her for a long time. Then you said, she is the closest people. Excuse me, how can a single person be people? Then instead of the word support, I use the word support, but you instead should have used a word or word combination with the same meaning. For example, back me up. Back up means support psychologically, for example, back up. Do you know this collocation, back up? Yes, I do. But for some stupid reason, this word didn't come to my mind. It's because of you, George. I hate you. Okay, then. You could have said like this. You could have used the idiom. You know, when somebody has big problems, when somebody has come up against big problems, right? In this case, to describe the situation, we can use the phrase to be in hot water. To be in hot water, especially when we talk about somebody's financial problems. For example, if you said, whenever I am in hot water, she is always around to back me up. By the way, is Mike good at speaking English? Be careful about the answer to this question, because sooner or later he will be watching this video. So is he? Valentine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
But I cannot hear your answer to my question. Is Mike good
Can
at
you
English?
can you repeat this question? I didn't understand.
Is Mike your uncle Mike?
Ah, Mike.
Oh, it means that you don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about your uh your relative living in the USA, whom you have named, or you to whom you have given a nickname, Mike. So is he good at speaking English?
I suppose he is.
Okay, you suppose he is. Okay. In this case, in this case, he will appreciate your answers, especially when you use such phrase as to be in hot water, back somebody up, out of the blue. It's the positive moment which I liked about your answer. Then you said, out of the blue, she came to our class. She came into our class. Or better say classroom. Then you said gregarious. Yes, it's a good word. Very nice, very good. Gregarious. I like this word. It's a high level vocabulary word. I have learned one Russian word, umnashka. You are a very good, talented umnashka. Is it correct to say like this in Russian? You are an umnashka. Is it?
I don't think so.
Really? But my Russian language teacher told me that I can say like this. You are umnashka. But this Russian language teacher comes from Uzbekistan. Maybe he is Uzbek, not Russian. For that reason, he might have said like this, umnyashka. You know, I have noticed that he strangely pronounces some Russian words. For example, zolushka, zolushka, zolushka. And sometimes he says zolushka hon. I don't know why. Okay. Then you said, oh, no, no, no. You want to say that when you want to start talking with somebody, right? talking. In this case, you could have used the idiom to start a ball rolling. To start a ball rolling. Did I give you this expression before?
Yes.
Yes, to start a ball rolling, which means to initialize a conversation with somebody, or to start a talk, to start conversing with somebody. To start a ball rolling. For example, and when she showed up, by the way, show up, right? We also can use this phrase, show up. When she appeared, when she first showed up in the classroom, I thought to myself that it wasn't a bad idea to start a ball rolling with her. And then I made the conclusion that she was quite good. She had a good personality, that we could become good friends. Okay, then we said, I understood that we have much in common, right? That's your phrase, isn't it? Excuse me, in this case, I want to ask you one grammatical question. I understood, what is the tense? Past? What's the tense?
Yes.
Past? What is the tense? I'm asking you, what's the tense?
I need to say I have understood because I'm
Absolutely
still think
wrong.
so.
Absolutely wrong. I understood. What's the tense?
Understood. Past simple.
Yeah. And we have much in common. Have. What is this tense?
It's present.
And can we mix
Perfect.
past and present tenses in one sentence?
No, it's impossible.
But you said like this. You said, I understood that we have much in common. It's a very serious mistake. Instead, you should have said, I understood, or I came to realize that we had much in common. I don't care to paint about these fucking grammatical nuances. I can speak English and I don't need more than that. Valentine thought to herself. Yes, Lola?
No, it isn't so.
Okay, that's good in this case. Okay, then let me continue. You said she helped me to solve my problems. Excuse me, instead of solve my problems, I gave this expression, she helped me to sort out my problems. Yes, Valentine, sort out. And then, again, grammar. Did she help you to sort your problems only once? Or did she do that on a regular basis?
On a regular basis.
In this case, you should have said, she used to help me a lot to sort out my problems, right? Or she
But if she
yes,
if
what?
she is still
No, we
doing
were talking about
the
something
same.
something which happened in the beginning. For that reason, you shouldn't give any logical connection with the present. You're describing something you had when you first met her. Then you said, to say it correct. Excuse me. You said, oh, I don't know how to say it correct. Maybe correctly,
Correctly.
but you said correct.
Correctly.
Then stand out. Yeah, it's a positive moment, which I liked about your answer. As clear as a day. It's another positive moment, which I liked about your answer. Then, when you talked about somebody, another friend of yours who is older than you said she is a woman 36 years old. She is a woman at the age of 36. Bringing up two offspring. Bringing up. Что делающая? Что делающая? Oh my God. I can speak some Russian. Okay. Then you said, for some stupid reason, you said, I had to come to realize. Why did you choose the present, I'm sorry, the past perfect tense? I had come to realize. Frankly speaking, it's groundless to use the past perfect tense in this context. Then you said, she knows. She knows. When I asked whether or not Nastya, your, as you said, best friend, knows about that much older friend of yours who is at the age of 36, bring up two offspring, you said, she knows. But it would have been much better to say she is aware that I have another friend of mine. She is aware. Then you could have said, we have become more than just friends. In fact, I consider her as my mom. Then you said, has a communication in English. Ah, yeah, when I asked you about your communication with your uncle living in the USA. His name is Vitalik, right? I'm sorry, Mike. Mike. Mike, I'm sorry, not Vitalik. So, Mike, you said we have a communication in English. Mm, it's a standard phrase. Frankly speaking, now I don't understand why I put it down. Mm, okay, then you could have used this phrase "stand a chance" instead of "have a chance." Whenever I stand a chance to talk to him, I never miss this chance, or I never miss it. Then you misuse the word either. I just want you to understand that we use the word either in negative or question sentences. Mm, mm. For example, do you smoke? The answer, no, I don't. And you reply, oh, I don't either. Mm, mm. In this case. Then you said, depends on, yeah. When to my question, how often you communicate with your uncle living in the USA by name Grigory, I'm sorry, Mike, you said, we, it depends, right? It depends. And I said, I wrote down, it depends on his work schedule because he's as busy as a bee. It's another phrase which you'd better learn by heart. As to be as busy as a bee. Do you know the word bee? Wow, you're such a smart girl. You know so many English words. Yeah, it's because of your uncle, um, Mike. Yes, you said. Police, and you say, I guess that he has taught you so many English words. Oh, it's so great to have such a relative living in the USA because of him, you have picked up English, I guess. Okay, you should have said, firstly, I want to say that my uncle is as busy as a bee, working 23 hours a day. And for that reason, it is a great problem to find some time when he's off to talk to him. For that reason, we organize, or I organize, whenever I want to talk to him, I organize our schedules so that he has some time off. Okay. Then you said, speak in Russian, you said. Excuse me. Do we ask, do you speak in English or do you speak English? How do we say, how do we usually ask?
Speak English.
So we never say speak in, but you said speak in Russian. Instead of discuss, when you said, yeah, we often discuss my problems, right? It was one of your sentence, one of your sentences. Yeah, but
Да.
I gave you another expression. You said da. Oh, I know this
Yes.
Russian. It means yes. Da, 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 da. But I gave you another expression. Talk over. Did I?
Mhm. Mhm.
Talk over. Talk over means to discuss in detail something important. Yeah, we discuss my problems, but better, uh, a better option is to say we talk over my problems. And again, Grandma Valentine, let me be your Valentine. Excuse me. Um, you could have used the gerund construction in your answer. For example, to my question, um, whether or not you follow his word of advice, you said no. And here now, my version is starts. I am used to So Valentine, okay, again, you should have said, I am used to sorting out my problems on my own. Why is this phrase important in terms of taking arts examination, the speaking module in particular? Because saying this phrase out, you show the examiner that you know how to use gerunds correctly. But you didn't do that. What I like about your answer is that you said, may ask him, I may ask him about, I may ask him, you said. In this sentence, you show the examiner that you know how to use the modal verb may correctly. When you talk about something probability, you can and you should use the verb may. Yeah, I may ask him, and it's a good thing. But you didn't continue the sentence correctly. You should have said like this, I may ask him for help. For help. But you said something different. And instead of help, you could have said, I may ask him for a word of advice. Here it is. I may ask him for a word of advice. Yeah, okay. Also, what I like about the answer that you used the word nowadays. It's a good thing. Then benefits is another good positive vocabulary unit. Okay. But then you said, I don't want. Ah, yeah. But in the long run, you made a very serious mistake, Valentine. Oh, really? Did I? Paduma Lavalusha Prosiba. Yes, you made a very serious mistake, Valentine. Because you said, I don't want, he understands me. Yes, Valentine. In this case, we must use the complex object structure. After the verb want, we use this. For example, how would you say, я хочу, чтобы Tahir позвонить мне сегодня. I know that my Russian is not good, but I guess it's comprehensible. This sentence is comprehensible. How can I translate this Russian sentence into English?
I want
Okay,
Tahir.
okay.
I want that Tahir
Oops.
phone
Oops.
phone me.
Oops. No, no, no. Absolutely wrong. The correct translation of this sentence into English is the following. I want Tahir to call me up to meet. I want
Understand.
somebody to do something. Write it down. It's the complex object. I want somebody to do something. And somewhere in the brackets, write down the name of the grammatical name of this structure. It is the complex object. Okay, Nadia. Oh, I'm sorry, Nadia. Valia. I'm sorry, Valia. This is the end of today's speaking module session. Thank you very much. You have demonstrated me that you can speak some English. Thank you very much. I hope that next time you will show off your speaking skills at on a large, higher level, at a large higher level. Thank you very much. Valushinka, Dushinka. Dushinka. Is it correct to say Dushinka in Russian? Valushinka, Dushinka. Is it correct?
Yes, it is.
Oh, at least something correct. Okay.